Funny thing, you showed up thinking this was a speech. No, this isn't a speech. This is an autopsy. And the body on the table? Your sense of certainty. I'm not here to motivate you, no. I'm here to carve open the lie you call reality and show you the black, beating chaos underneath. Your aura is unreadable, unpredictable. It's the blank page no pen dares to touch, and that terrifies them. Agents, officers, manipulators, people who built their entire existence around the idea that they can read human beings like open books. They study eyes, hands, pupils, breath, the smallest twitch of a lip. They think they can catch the truth leaking through your skin. But when they meet you, static fog, silence. They see nothing, they feel nothing, and in that nothing, they lose themselves. Do you know what happens when a trained professional, someone whose pride is built on certainty, suddenly can't read you? They don't just panic, they question their entire existence. They think, am I losing my edge? Am I broken? Am I blind? And that doubt, oh, it spreads like poison. That's why they tremble around you. That's why they keep staring, double-checking, rechecking, doubting their instincts, doubting their training, doubting even their reality. Because you're not supposed to exist. You're an unreadable aura in a world that thrives on labels. And that makes you the glitch in their system, the crack in their glass. And cracks spread. You've turned yourself into the ultimate weapon, unpredictability. Not guns, not knives, not explosions. Those are easy to prepare for. But you're the storm that arrives with no thunderclouds, the shadow that moves when the light is still. You're the kind of terror they can't explain to their bosses, their families, their gods. And here's the delicious irony. You don't have to do anything. Just your presence twists the air. Just your silence makes their lungs collapse. Just your stillness drives them mad. Because every second they can't read you, they're writing their own doom. Let me tell you a secret. People don't fear pain. They don't fear death. What they truly fear, what makes their knees buckle and their hands sweat, is the unreadable. Because death is predictable. Pain is explainable. But an aura they can't decode. That's a mirror with no reflection. That's an equation with no solution. That's a riddle where the answer keeps laughing back at them. And that's you. You, the walking contradiction. You, the anomaly. You, the reality glitch. They can't map you, so they can't control you. And once they realize they can't control you, you've already won. You know why your aura is unreadable? Because you stopped performing for them. Most people spend their lives being predictable. Smiling when they're sad, nodding when they disagree, pretending just to keep the peace. They make themselves easy prey. But you burned the script. You tore out the pages. You refused to be read like another boring diary. And now, you've become the nightmare every agent was trained to suppress. The unknown. You embody the one truth no one wants to face. Reality isn't stable. Reality bends. And you're the reminder that nothing they cling to, rules, systems, identities, none of it is safe. You've become a living paradox. And paradoxes, they're eternal. So what do you do with that kind of power? Do you hide it? No. You weaponize it. You let it bleed through every step you take. You let their panic grow, their doubt spread, their sanity unravel. Because when even trained agents, people who are paid to be unshakable, start sweating in your presence, imagine what the rest of the world feels. Imagine what happens when your silence makes kings tremble. Imagine what happens when your aura makes enemies destroy themselves without you ever lifting a finger. That's not just power. That's not just freedom, that's terror sculpted into art. So remember this, you don't need to roar, you don't need to scream, you don't need to fight. Just walk into the room, let your unreadable aura swallow their certainty, and watch the mighty second-guess reality itself. Because in a world obsessed with answers, the most dangerous thing you can be is the question. You want to know what's funny? They thought they had me figured out. Oh, the way they marched in with their clipboards and their confidence. Years of training, decades of experience. The self-proclaimed masters of reading people, agents, interrogators, psychologists, people who can dissect a soul in less than 10 seconds. That's what they believed. But then there was you. You sit there, breathing, existing, and every system they've built collapses. Their training manuals burst into flames. Their polished certainty turns into a puddle of nervous sweat dripping down their spines. Why? Because your aura doesn't play their game. You don't twitch on command. You don't broadcast fear like the rest of them. You don't hand over your secrets neatly wrapped in facial expressions and nervous habits. No. You hand them silence. You hand them static. And silence, my dear, is the loudest scream in the universe. They stare at you, and the longer they stare, the less they see. Their precious instincts, the ones that saved their lives in war zones, in back alleys, in interrogation rooms, turn to dust. Their heartbeat skips, because their brain whispers, if I can't read this one, maybe I can't read anything anymore. Do you know what that does to a person? It unravels them. These are people who believe they have control, who believe they own the truth. And in front of you, the truth disintegrates. They're no longer the predators, they're the prey. And the best part, you didn't have to move a muscle. Tell me, what's more terrifying? A gun in your face, or a smile you can't decode? A blade against your skin, or an aura that refuses to be pinned down? One is predictable, the other, eternal chaos, and chaos is contagious. Watch closely. The first agent doubts himself. He hesitates. He thinks, did I miss something? Did I blink? His partner notices. Then the doubt spreads. Suddenly they're doubting each other. Suddenly their entire operation looks flimsy. One unreadable aura, and the whole tower of certainty crumbles. That's what you are. The glitch, the shadow in daylight, the storm with no thunderclouds. You are the collapse. And collapse, oh, collapse is beautiful. Because when people can't read you, they can't control you. When they can't predict you, they can't stop you. And when they can't stop you, well, you're free. And freedom, my friend, is the most dangerous weapon of all. That's why governments panic. That's why agents second guess. That's why trained professionals sweat under fluorescent lights when you walk into the room. Because you don't belong to their diagrams, their charts, their expectations. You belong to nothing. You answer to no one. You shatter the illusion that they built their lives around. And once someone realizes their reality is fragile, they never recover. You've infected them with a virus called doubt, and doubt doesn't leave quietly. It claws, it festers, it grows until every shadow looks suspicious, every face looks dangerous, every sound feels like a threat. You don't destroy them with violence. You destroy them with the possibility that they can't trust their own eyes anymore. And that possibility eats them alive. So go on. Step into their rooms. Say nothing. Do nothing. Just let your unreadable aura hover over them, like a guillotine they can't see but feel.